Edwing on. He is the owner and founder of InQ Studios. Is that how you say it? InQ Studios?
That's how you say it, yes.
I always wanted to ask you this, and just so you guys, for those that are not aware, InQ Studios is a full-service real estate media company focusing on photos, video, drone, Matterport, right?
Yeah.
And social media.
Social media, yeah. We're big on social media too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's start with the name. How did you come up with the name?
So it was because at the beginning, the main idea of having InQ Studio wasn't at all doing real estate, like completely not the goal. It was doing more like a graphic design, marketing studio type of thing where we do like incubation. So that's where it came from, the name. So the incubation is the idea was like to incubate a brand or a person who want to build a brand. We take over, we build her or the whole aesthetic of his name or brand or logo, whatever, and we make a big brand out of that, and we put it out to the world. But I had so much issue like trying to drag clients. It was like it didn't feel right to me. I don't know, for some reason it didn't flow, and I will get back to that flow later. But the main idea was just incubate, and then it's a graphic design studio. But then I just kept the name, and I pivoted because by the time that I was doing that, I was actually reading real estate books about how to invest. I really like real estate on the side of doing media. So I was like feeling like really stressed out about not getting clients. I was doing like Uber. I was doing like a lot of like side jobs just to generate income.
Sure.
And then it was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I follow a lot of Chris Do. I don't know if you know Chris Do. Dude, that's
Future?
from the future. That's my sensei. Like,
Really?
yeah.
You know what's funny is I was
Yeah.
following Chris Do since I want to say 2012. Like when
Okay.
he first popped up on
Wow.
the scene. And then for some reason, I was just like, I'm not going to listen to him anymore. And I stopped from like 2016 to like 2020. And then all of a sudden, I
pandemic.
just see him in my page, like all over. I'm like,
he
this
took
guy
over
blew up.
for creators. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, he grew up. Because I went the same route, actually. I was started with graphic design for restaurants.
Oh, nice.
Because, so like, I always used to like drawing when I was a
Okay.
kid, right? And that's all I could do was like, that's the only thing I did good was drawing.
Same here.
Yeah?
Yeah. Same thing.
No way.
I hate school.
Yeah, me too. I would always just doodle in my notebook.
I used to do like comics and do like just
The flip
stop
books?
motion. Yeah. All
No
the time.
way.
But I sketched too. Like I used to do a lot of graffiti back then when I was in Venezuela. I used to like sketch graffiti, like
That's
letters,
cool.
and I obviously used to do like a illegal painting on my town. But it was in Venezuela. I'm not gonna try here in the United States.
Yeah, here's sketchy.
Yeah,
Here's sketchy.
no, here's like no, probably like a legal mural.
Yeah.
I would
they
love
pay
to
you.
do like a legal that. Yeah, or even
You
if
still
it-
practice?
I
haven't
still
drawn in
sketch.
years.
Yeah, still sketch a little bit. I have my black book since
Dude,
I started.
Send me pictures. I want to see your work.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, yeah. I'll
Please.
send it to you.
I would
Yeah.
love to.
Alright.
We're thinking about doing like a mural on this wall or something.
I'm probably really rusty right now. I haven't spray paint since like I came to this country, which was like almost 10 years.
That's okay. Maybe we could do like a paintbrush or
Sure,
something.
yeah, we can do we can
We'll
try
play
it.
around
Yeah.
with it.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah. So, okay. So you started with graphic design. That's so funny.
Yes, and I started watching Chris though, and he had a podcast, right? And he started like during the pandemic. He started doing it. Well, it was a little before that. And I started listening to all his podcasts. And in one of the podcasts, he talked about ikigai, about how fun to
Ikigai, yeah, yeah.
passion, and how to
How
mix
you mix
with the,
work and life.
Yeah, and I did that while I was a little frustrated about doing the graphic design, having not that many clients coming into the pipe. And I did that and literally matched real estate, photography, because I like more photography more than actually graphic design. And come out with real estate media. I was like, wow. And so I left that for a while, like on the side, and then I start to see like I need a camera, I need a drone.
You need money to buy all the equipment.
The money to buy at least like a decent equipment. And I thought actually I have that mentality, like I have to buy everything brand new. And it was like so much money by the time.
So
I was
expensive.
like, yeah, it was really expensive. The equipment is crazy. But I left that on the side and keep working. I said I have to make it happen. And then I retake again those notes. And I said, you know what? I'm going to buy just the camera. I'm not going to buy the drone. I'm going to just start with the camera. And I started watching like YouTube videos, tutorials, like everything I can scatter on the internet. But what I always found is people teach you how to take photos. But I actually want to run a business. So I was like, okay, I know, like I got that really easy, but how do you build a business?
Yeah.
That's the tough part. And not everybody teaches you that. But fortunately, with this how you call like social media war now, there's a lot of niche down specific things. I found a guy who his name is Eli Jones, and he teach how to build real estate media businesses.
Really?
And then I have a vision for what I want to build, and I took part of what he explained how to build it from scratch, because the beginning is the tough part is the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I pivot that, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna follow what he said, whatever he said, I'm gonna see if it works, and basically start like sending DMs to
Cold
everybody on social media. I did a lot of cold emails. I did a lot of cold calls, and everything didn't work except the social media.
Yeah.
So far from there, I just sent like, my wife actually helped me out too to send those DMs while
That's
I was
cool.
going to do Uber.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to send 20 DMs today, and we have like a Google spreadsheet to send all those DMs, and it's like a specific method that you use, like comment, like, and then after like 2 days of interaction is where you send the DM.
Yes.
So you have a better probability to actually not show to their spam and actually show to their main inbox. I was sending that over for like months, and literally I get a better response, obviously, from the emails and the cold calls, and probably like 5 people took my free offers. I was offering like a free photo shoot, like completely free, and they took my offer, and then from there start rolling the boys, and people kind of start recommending me, and they asked me, "Oh, can you do drone?" I was like, I will, like, really soon. I just want to try to actually pay off my camera, which I bought it with a credit card, because that's the only thing I actually could to start.
It's
At
good
least,
though. Leverage your credit. Yeah.
yeah, at least to start and do something, and then start moving. That was in 2021, and basically in the whole year I did like 15 photo shoots while I was trying to keep the
2021.
Yeah, 2021.
So you're fairly new.
Yeah, dude, I'm like 3 years in here.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, and then after that, obviously, I bought the drone. I got my license. I started doing photography and drone. I started doing like what is it called, social media videos a little bit, but I wasn't good, so I still like going more deep down to the media, the video side, not only the photography, and start learning for courses. I think the Full-Time Filmmaker have a really good real estate media course. 100% recommended. And then even Eli, more like tips that how to build the business, and try to like at the same time of trying to figure out the business side, doing the photography, and then doing like Uber Eats or Uber X.
I did the same thing. And we started around the same
Yeah.
time too. Like I started 2020, 2021, just like trying to like understand the market and understand
Yeah.
the landscape. And it's slowly trickled, word of mouth, some social media,
Yeah.
and still driving, because I had found out that my wife was pregnant.
Oh.
So like I was like, oh, I got a baby on the way. I gotta like really.
That's changed your mind completely.
Oh, 100%.
The mindset changed completely,
because it's not about me anymore. It's about the baby
serve
and my
the
wife.
family.
Yeah.
It changed a lot.
So I was like, I don't know, but I did know that I needed to go like by myself and start my own business. Like I knew, like in my heart, I just knew that I had to have my own
Yeah.
business. I couldn't work for anybody. Like
It's tough. When I was doing this in the beginning, I have like a really like part-time to full-time jobs when I was working during the week, and then the weekends or the afternoon doing the photography. So it's really hard to find a balance because you have a family too.
yeah.
So it was a little like difficult for me and my family
You
to
have
start
kids?
a business. Yeah, I have a daughter, 7 years old.
Oh no. Oh, so your baby was already in 2021. She
So-
was already like 3 years old.
So leaving this, let's put this aside. Even before there, I used to work in the city as a graphic designer, photographer, creating content for a digital agency,
Ah, okay.
and I didn't like it. So it was fun for me, but it was so much work that I didn't have the time for my daughter.
Yeah, that's tough.
And I really enjoy having time with my family. That's my main goal. Like since like I get married, like I need to spend time with my family. So, anyways, I have to quit that job because I need to actually find and do this like this side hustle. Like I want to make it a business, the Inca Studio. And I quit. I maybe too early, but at the end of the day,
Everything happens for a reason.
It was the best thing ever. Because I have to relate on the side jobs like Uber X and the other stuff. You don't actually never are like, you don't have a certainty
No.
because sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really slow. So it dips down and then speak up. But it was really hard to me because I don't have a stable income, but I didn't want to go back to find another
Corporate,
job like
yeah.
a W-2 or something. I found something like working like a grocery deliveries for a while. It didn't work out, and then I found this guy while I was working on that delivery business, and I was already quick and everything. I was trying to build Inco Studio, where this guy gave me the opportunity to at the beginning work as a 1099 and work around my hours. So it was like he always have jobs driving a van for people and events and going to parties and stuff like
That's
that, and
cool.
I drive them there to the location, then drive them back. And it was most of the time during nighttime, and or really early in the morning. So that worked out perfectly because then I can focus more on doing photos. And I start switching it a little bit from a little bit of photos, but now I have the ability to do more. And eventually, I switched to part time with that van, and then by last year, 2023, yeah, 2023, in June I told my boss, and I was really upfront when I started that job, like, listen, I'm trying to build this business,
It's just
I'm
like a
going to be
stepping
working with
stone.
you, but by the end, in 1 year, 2 years, I don't know, I have to leave and take care of that. And he was like, oh yeah, perfect, no problem. Even sometimes I have an appointment and I said like, hey, I can't work that day, I know we have a trip, can we move it to another driver? And he's, yeah, I got you. And he was really helpful. His name is Jerry.
Shout
he
out
helps,
Jerry.
yeah, shout out to Jerry. And he helped me so much to build my business too. And the matter, like, he was really flexible with me. And then I have to tell him like, hey, listen, Jerry, I have to quit. I can't keep up with working from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Then waking up in the morning to do the photo shoot. I couldn't like keep it
That's
up.
rough,
And I was working, and then not having that much time with my family too. So I have to make the decision that, okay, I don't know if we're gonna keep having more photo shoots coming along. I'm pretty busy. I was pretty busy last year during the summer. I'm just gonna take a leap of faith, leave that job, and just do real estate, and then double down, send more DMs, went to events, talk with more people, like all the stuff that I need to do for make that happen. And here I am. Like, we're now having 2 employees. I have an admin overseas. Like, well, now it's three employees.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it took really like a lot of like hard work and comprehension from my wife too, because that part of like you not being like giving like a stable income to the family. She's a stay-home mom.
Oh, wow.
It's really hard. So
Scary.
yeah. So I to me it's like burn all the bridges. It's like no other plan B.
Yeah.
It's just this is gonna happen or happen no matter
Yeah.
what.
I love
And
that.
that's how my mentality at that moment and still at this moment is.
I think, and I also feel like you can't teach that to somebody. It's like you're born with that feeling.
It depends of your background. It depends of your background. Depending on how you grow and what life you got. For me, it was like I have to leave the country, so we have to start over.
Just that in itself is like
just that in
burning all the
itself.
bridges. This has to work.
Yeah, and then to leave your country to something new, completely new. I just came with like $3,000. My wife, my suitcase, and
Oh, so you were already married when you came?
yeah, we got married like 2 months before coming here.
No, wait. How old are you when you got married?
25.
25. Okay, so you've been here for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How you like
Almost.
it?
Oh, dude, I love it.
Yeah?
I'm like America. I'm so pro America right now. Like I love my country. I love Venezuela. It have the most amazing people. The nature everywhere is beautiful, but the government fucked it up everything.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm really like I like to learn the English. I didn't speak that well English by the moment. Like
Really?
not at all. I was
Dude,
like really
your English
broken.
is really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Because I know some people that have been here for like 20 years and they still don't even.
I saw that. I was like, how that's possible? And I understand later on when I was trying to learn, like those people go around with just Spanish speaking people,
And they're scared of what,
Yeah.
people are going to make fun of me.
and the most common thing is like, I'm too old to learn it. I was like no. If you want it, you can learn even when you are like
Anything.
50. Yeah. It's just a little more harder, obviously, but if you have
It's a mindset.
Yeah, it's just the mindset. But yeah, man, and came here with nothing. So I think that start building up a little bit my mindset of how to work and move forward. Like, and the other thing, I hate complaining. So
Yeah, me too.
that's the main
Making
thing.
excuses.
Yeah, and I see that you can see it all over the place on different people, even with business owners. They have a lot of complaints and stuff. I try to not complain at all. That's my my mantra, like not complaining.
Just don't complain. Just do it. Just do it because the work has
Yeah.
to be done anyway. So you might as well just do it.
Even when I was working in a car wash, like working like crazy, or like doing a lot of crazy jobs, it was really like physical labor demanding. I was like, this is good. I was trying to make the best at the moment of that job. I look back now, I was like, dude, how I was able to do all these things. So it's insane. Like I worked so hard. Insane. But the thing is, like, I always try to like aim high. I don't want to do this type of jobs for my whole life. See people working in factories or own a car wash for 10, 20 years. Car washing for 20 years, just making what, like $15 the hour.
Oh, yeah.
And that's high for a car wash worker.
Really? That's minimum wage now.
Yeah, well, but by the time that I was working in a car wash, it was like the minimum was 9. I was making like 7 or 6. My first job here.
Oh wow.
I was making like $200 per week or something like that.
Oh wow. With the wife.
My wife was working at the time. When she got pregnant here, that's when she stopped working. I was like, I will take care of you and our daughter.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I think that's cool. I didn't know you were a dad.
Yeah,
I didn't know you were a dad. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, I love my daughter so much. I'm like so much like pro family with kids. There's some people that doesn't want to have kids. That's great.
Yeah.
But they don't know until they have a kid that what's the difference.
It changes.
You can't teach to them. But that's fine. This is we are in a like open country. Everybody can do whatever they want. There's a lot of social pressure too. Like people sometimes don't want to have kids because they don't, and then
your friends have kids, and then they like
get
kind of put your mom or your mother-in-law is like, when am I gonna get that?
Well, I get social pressure from having just one kid. I was like, oh, where's the second one? No, we're
really?
Good.
It's like, no, we had a kid already. What more do you want from me?
We don't want to. I like having our daughter. We enjoyed spending time with her, and she's super smart. She's super sweet, and my wife enjoyed a lot having the time for her.
Yeah,
we came from parents that they were there. Well, from my wife's side, they weren't with her. She was raised with her aunt and her grandmother, and for me, it was my dad and mom was there, but working all the time, all the time. My dad comes back from at 11 p.m. So that's type of the thing that I came from that, seeing that I didn't like it. So I don't want that same future and the same situation for my daughter. So that's why I try to work so hard and
be there
with them.
Present.
Yeah,
that's important.
Yeah.
I wanted 10 kids.
You want 10 kids?
I wanted in the past. Okay. I wanted 10 kids.
Until when?
Till I had my first and then and it's not because like obviously finances is a part of it. Like
it's part of it.
You need a lot of money to raise the kids, but more important that like the reason why I said okay maybe 10 is too much is because you have to split your attention 10 different ways.
That's why we don't want our second child, because the attention that requires every single child. I don't know how parents does. Obviously, at the end of the day, they will be okay. But what we're trying to get from our daughter's education is her development and be more secure of herself and not struggle in life that much. And that is part of like having their parents present and loving her and a loving family too. Because you can be there, but if you're
not present or on your phone,
you're on your phone. You're fighting all the time with your wife. Like that's not a good environment for them either. Yeah. So with one, it to us is like tough, and we want to not spoil her. That's the only challenge for us, the spoiling part. But yeah, so far we believe that we've been doing so good.
That's awesome.
So far,
man.
yeah, we're really proud of our daughter.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
we have 2 right now. One is 3 and one is 1. Thanks, man. Yeah. One is 3 and one is 1 years old. So we're right in the thick of it. They're still babies.
Yeah. But that's great.
They're
that's
growing
great
up quick.
Difference.
They're growing. Yeah, we wanted to keep it close. Like I wanted 10. And then I realized, well, I can't split up my attention 10 different ways. And I was like, I think 4. And my wife agreed, and she was like, 4?
She agreed with that. If you're on board with your wife in the same page, good, man.
Yeah, because she was like, 10 is, I'm not giving you 10 kids from myself. She's like, I don't know how you're going to do it, but you're not getting it from me. I was like, okay. So I think I'll be like 4, and it's mostly because I was like, look, at the end of the day, people on this world, you know, they're fickle. You know, they come and they go.
Yep.
It's so hard to find real friendships. But like
Yeah.
your family is your family, and the way we want to raise them is like, look, you can trust your sister or your brother because we want 2 more. You could trust them for the rest of your life. You can rely
Right.
on them.
Yeah.
You have this solid backbone. You know, it takes 4 legs to build a table.
Yeah, correct.
You know what I mean? And so like I was like, you know,
We're still good with three legs table.
I mean, this is a 3-legged table. You know?
I just mean with my family. You know, I'm still good with three legs table.
no, 100%, 100%.
I'm just joking about that.
But this just you know why too? Another thing
Yeah.
is because I grew up in like a kind of a big family, but I didn't have like I have 3 sisters and 1 brother, but they're all different moms or dads.
Oh, okay.
So like I don't have
It's different.
I
It's
don't
different.
have a sister
Like
or
a-
brother that's
like-
both
like really
mom and dad.
Like, what do you call like a
They're half.
straight connection?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I
like
grew
a-
up with one of my sisters.
direct
pero
connection.
también, yeah. So like we were like, you know what? We want 4 kids and we want to be the same parents,
Same mom, same
same
dad.
mom, same
Oh,
dad,
man, yeah.
exactly.
Well,
And so like, and her family is huge. Like, she
and I
has
think
such a
that's
big
more
family.
something like more like Latin thing, like more from
Yeah.
Hispanic families than other side of the country. Because for others, in the other side, like Italians, for example, they have those big families.
They have big families too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always try to stay together. So I really actually like that mindset of the family, and I try to like have the same thing with our.
And it all comes back to the same thing. As long as you're there and you're present with your family, that's all that matters.
And that's the thing from now, by the way, because not everybody was like aware of I have to be present for my kids. It's like, no, I have to work, make money, and
Yeah.
you should be good by yourself.
no.
And it's something that's switched right now, and I think a lot of like information about how people get raised traumas and stuff like that. They can be like able to like develop in the right way. There's many ways you can make it anyway, but it's a good way and a bad way. And I think that's a lot of people are like going towards that direction. Like I want to be present for my kids, my family, and get a good education and just be present with them, give them love.
That's it. Yeah. And because they grew up so fast, the time is just flying. And I'm
Oh,
just
man.
like, she's growing up so fast. Like, I want to be able to absorb these years. I don't want to be like, oh, I missed her childhood because I was working all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That would
that's
make me
what
feel
happened
terrible.
with this other company I was working with until she was 3. I didn't see her like when first steps. I wasn't there. Was my wife just filming while I was working on a Saturday night or something like that. And I was like, dude, no, I can't keep up with that.
Yeah, no, it's not good for the soul.
Yeah,
either.
no. The good thing about that's why I'm so like America. I'm like, it's because you have so much opportunity here. If you are willing to pay the price and do it ethically, you can do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to depend of the government, or you don't have to depend of a connection, or your parents are rich or something like that of that background. You can make it here. So that's why I just appreciate so much this country, because you can make it. And I'm still like growing and building my business, but I realize that you definitely, it's true, you can make it. Yeah.
Where do you see your business going in the next 5-10 years?
5 years to 10, probably being the #1 real estate media in New Jersey, like
So real
across the
estate
state.
media.
I just want to dominate New Jersey first.
What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, real estate media, what does that mean?
Basically help like not only real estate, it's like a big umbrella. So in real estate you have like developers, contractors, like even cleaning services who work for
Yeah.
real estate
Or
companies.
staging,
Stagers, like you have real estate agents, architects, like a lot of things. And then we want to serve to all those niche inside real estate word, but we want to bring like photos, like for me, even the media side is one thing, but for me, the top #1 priority for us is the service and the quality of the service, and they feel like that we care, and we want to grow their business. So I try to take the approach like Amazon did at the beginning, like
customer service is everything.
Even now they're really great. That's why they grew. They didn't grow because the tech is one thing, because the business deserve the best tech ever, because it's just a website. But for us, it's just that part of the customer service. Like, they're not happy with our service, so they didn't like the way that we did these photos. No problem. We do this. Don't pay us. we give you like a no, I don't know, like a refund, or we give you like a gift card or something like that, and we do it again for free. Like we try to like go above and beyond with our clients.
So like customer service just takes precedence.
Yeah, it's the main thing. So that's why we want to become like number one real estate media, because we want to do like serve them with videos, content creation, photos, like everything, like covering their events if they need to a guy to cover their events. Stuff
Like
that.
realtors?
You're
Or
not only realtors,
everyone?
like
Everybody under the umbrella?
yeah.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people, but now we're just focusing right now on real estate agents and a little of developers and contractors.
What about brokers?
Yeah, brokers too. Now we're not this year is when I'm starting to build my brokers deals,
Nice.
and I'm under conversation with just a broker where we're gonna take over.
I feel like that instead of like if I could rewind the time, instead of directly targeting
Yeah.
realtors, I would just target the brokers.
The thing that I can say it to you right now. The main concern from brokers, and especially if you're new, like we're new, and they told me about that. Their concern is like you're going to be able to
Do it.
to cover the demand, because they're under the umbrella probably going to be like top 20 agents producing every month. Can you do?
You have the staff.
Do you have the staff to cover 30 shoots only for them in a month? So that's why I'm building my business in that matter. Like it's scalable, so I can bring more photographers, train them well, because that's the other thing. I have to do the same quality as
Quality
you do.
control, yeah. How do you balance the fact of maxing out your current employees versus trying to acquire larger clients that are expecting a higher demand?
So I work in reverse. I want to cover that demand, but first, what I need to do. So I need to have photographers that are really well trained, who does photography, who does video as well as I do, and have some like a project manager or an admin. So I start having the photographer first, and I have the admin now. And now that I have those puzzle pieces together, now that's why I'm going out there and offering that type of service and that type of like deals for brokers. So I start from having first the people who I know they're gonna be able to cover that demand, and then I go there, and I'm the salesman now, so I just go there and sell.
Yeah, it's kind of like the role that I've become too, like in my niche, and I've noticed. So I'm just out of curiosity, how do you do it? Do you do contract based, like freelance with photographers, or do you have them on as like salary?
I have it like part-time W2.
Part-time W-2.
Yes.
And you have two of them.
Yeah, I have two of them, and I tried. So the main idea is like is to give them like a little more like certainty that first they're gonna be working with me exclusively, and we get them the whole equipment. So the cameras, all their camera equipment, drones, tripods, everything like bags, we give it to them. We pay them for the drone license, the training, everything. We pay for them to do that. So we literally like from scratch.
So are these people coming in with like no knowledge, and you're like, hey,
A little bit. I try when I do my research and I have my job listing post and I scan through all the applicants. I try to find somebody that have at least some understanding of photography, so it's gonna be easier for me to train them and get them adapt to my view of how we want the photos and the media done. So it's easier with somebody who's been like 20 years in the business doing photography. It's a little bit more tough to train them into your vision than just train them from scratch. So I prefer that.
True.
Yeah.
So and plus not only that, it's cheaper to pay them too than versus somebody that's been in the
Yeah,
game
but
for like
even
20
that though,
years.
I don't pay them cheap to my photographers. I'm paying like $40 the hour.
Really?
Yeah, I pay them well.
And okay, so how does that work in terms of like scheduling? Like, let's just say you have 3 houses in one day, and you have 2 photographers. How do you like divvy it up? Like just per hour?
So my system. So yeah, I think the minimum, the maximum is I think 30 hours per week. So they split it out most of the time because I'm still on the street, like doing photography and doing everything. So we split it out a little bit. So they never work the full hours. I think it was once one of my guys did 28 hours in 1 week, and I was working too.
And does that include travel time?
I pay them when they travel out of their area. So we have a system, and the system calculates all these things. Calculates
What's your radius? How long is it?
central north and all northeast New Jersey.
Oh, so you break it up by sectors of
Yeah,
Jersey.
my photographers are by sectors. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm like pretty soon I'm gonna try to find somebody who lives just exclusively in Bergen, so I can have that sector
do you live?
just in Hudson, Union City.
Oh,
So Hudson County.
got it.
Very like really centered. Like I'm in the
Yeah.
middle, so I can go like north.
It's a good
south.
spot by the
Yeah.
water too. It's nice.
Yeah, it is, and one of my guys live a little more down the shore, and the other one live in Rutherford, East Rutherford.
Oh, nice.
So I try to be strategic with my hiring too, where they live. It's one of the factors, not the main one. Is where I know that they have to drive from certain areas they can cover that. So the system that I have, it already have them map out their own areas. Sometimes when I need help, I can manually assign something out of their area, and I pay them like an hour extra for just them to drive. Because sometimes one of my guys drive almost like an hour all the time.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, let's just say I'm driving 30 minutes to a house, 30 minutes back. Am I getting paid for that?
Not 30 minutes now, because 30 minutes is really fast. That's
So it's just-
that's regular commute for everybody to go work. So you don't. When I was working to this company in the city, they didn't pay me for the commute. It was like 30
I
to
know.
35 minutes.
And you got to pay for the trans. Yeah,
Yeah, and you don't get paid for the transit and
Yeah.
everything. But when I have my guys working a little bit like more than 45 minutes, I pay them like an extra hour,
just pay them the whole hour.
the whole hour. Yeah.
So that's okay. So that's what I'm thinking, right? So like, let's just say, okay, I'm one of your photographers. Boom, I'm driving 30 minutes. Realistically, and are they just in charge of photography? That's it.
They do photography, drone photos, floor plans, Matterport.
Not video.
Not well, one of them does video, but not horizontal, just social media, and that's the one that I have the most demand
Of the social media
the
stuff.
social media, and the other one doesn't do social media for now. But probably gonna have somebody else to do social media too.
Yeah. It's huge. It's huge.
And the horizontal video. I need one more person who are more focused on horizontal videos, type of YouTube videos, than everything else.
So that's not bad. I mean, realistically, if I'm one of your photographers and I have to do everything, I'll probably be at the house for like 2, maybe 3 hours.
Yeah.
We'll do all that stuff. And then
When I have big packages, for example, I split it up between me and one of my guys.
What do
So
you mean?
we spend both of us, we spend like, for a premium package that is like 8 hours. It used to take me like 8 hours for myself to finish. Now we finish it up in 4 hours, 5 hours.
What would the big package consist of?
Like everything that we offer, like social
photo, video,
media,
drone, Matterport, social media.
everything. Yeah, everything.
8 hours?
Yeah, it used to take me out. But remember, like these houses here in New Jersey are
Some
big.
big,
yeah.
yeah.
And most of the time, who hire me for a premium package, they not hire me for like a 1,500 square footage house.
No, it's got to be
me
like 4, 5, 6.
They hire me for like a premium house, like a luxury houses.
Yeah.
So it takes time. Those are big to
Yeah.
cover. But now we spend like 5 hours, and sometimes I have to do something else, and I just go there, do the horizontal video, and my other guys stay the rest of the appointment. I go to another appointment.
That's cool.
Yeah, we have so the system arranged the schedule, and I have it by priority. I'm the last priority. Just if people need video, horizontal video, you
go
can
out with
book
them.
me. But other than that, my other two guys are first. And
But
then,
if it's like they book photo and video, then you have to go too.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then the other person takes care of photo, or do you just go and do the photo yourself?
No, they just take care of the photos. I try to
Smart.
just
So that way you save your time.
I'm trying to step out of, actually my main goal is to step out completely of doing photos and videos and just deal like working on my business, not in my business, the famous phrase that you always hear around business owner. So it's the goal.
So, okay. What did I want to ask? What was I gonna say? Damn, I'm drawing. I don't know why this happens.
I think we covered a lot.
No, we covered a lot. But it golly, what was I gonna say? I don't know. Recently, I just been getting some like mind blanks, and I just can't remember.
That happens to me all the time.
I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I'm getting old.
I don't know if that old or something. It's just like
Just too much stuff. Just too much stuff. It just like short circuits. Okay, so you got guys, you handle that, you do that. It had to do with the. Okay, so this is what I wanted to ask. You have the guys on part time, right?
Yeah.
But what if like a realtor hits you up and they're like, "Oh, I need a house like later today, or I need a house yesterday." Because as you know, realtors are famous for being like, "Hey, I need this house done yesterday."
That's the thing that I'm super happy with having other people because
How are they available?
they're available. They have so their schedule are connected to our schedule, and what I ask them to do is like just leave the spaces that you're not doing nothing open, obviously, and then if something comes up, you are able to fill that demand. And most of the time is like probably this guy is not available for the whole day or maybe for half a day, and the booking system when somebody's trying to book them is connected to the schedule, so they see their availability and my availability. So everything is they can see it and book it.
Who the client can see?
Yeah.
So they can pick. They're like, "Hey, if I don't want the photographer, I want Edwing.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
click him.
You can
instead.
click me. Yeah. You can choose team, and when you choose team, by default it's team, and it sent the
What
first
what
available.
incentivizes somebody? Because if I'm a client, I'm gonna want to work with you and only you.
That's some of the issues being encountered ultimately, and I think it's more educational. I sometimes tell them at the beginning they were telling me that, and I said like, listen, if you don't like Vincent, he's one of my photographers. If you don't like Vincent, I'll do the photos for free. I was like, okay, that's a good deal. So I covered I covered that risk.
The risk, yeah.
And so far he's been doing great job. So people don't care that much. Sometimes they're concerned when they're new and they refer to me. Somebody else referred to me specifically, and I'd say, like, hey, I'm not available. But I want you to be there. Well, I'm available in a week. You want to wait?
No.
Oh, I can't wait. Well, you can send. You can have business. It's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
And I tell them like, listen, this is all what my guys have been doing. Or I send Gabriel to. Like, it depends on where.
So these
when they're
guys have
available.
open availabilities to the point where they're not having their own side gig. Because obviously, if they're working
Yeah.
part time with you,
They
they can
do.
still freelance and do their own thing.
They do
but they're
still
not
doing-
busy enough to the point where they're backed up a week or two in
Yeah,
advance.
exactly,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
And I try to make that, try to let them ahead of time when I'm hiring them. Like, we need to have certain availability.
Fairly open availability.
Yeah.
Are they young? They got to be young.
Yeah. One of them, Vincent, is just turned 21.
Okay. So
And
they don't have
the
a
o-
family. They
Yeah.
don't have like.
Gabriel, by the other hand, he already have like a stepdaughter. He's married, have a family, so he's not that much available. But still, I still cover pretty much like demands like from one day to the other. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
That's interesting. Yeah, I like that because I think so. I was doing something similar, and I was just like the main issue that I was running into was the fact of like people, if they're past a certain level of skill, they're just not available, and if they're lower than that level of skill, then I have to go in and train them. So I'm paying you and I'm training you.
train them, yeah.
It's like ugh, I have to
That's
do that.
the-
But like then you have to just suck it up and do it.
yeah. That's what I did at the beginning.
And
They
then
learn.
how long was the training period to get them up to speed?
Like 2 months. I tried to do it in 1 month, but for the social media, it took a little bit more to do the video.
I've noticed that too. Yeah,
video
video
takes a little more time to pick it up.
Yeah, because I noticed with photo, it's fairly simple. It's
Super simple.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's fairly simple.
super
And even
simple.
with floor plan,
Yeah, now
Even
floor plan,
drone,
Matterport,
yeah, drone,
is
Matterport
pretty
is
easy.
all-
We just we create this thing what they can refer to. It's like a worksheet.
like a SOP on it, and this is how you do it.
and they just see what you need to do, and you still need to add some stuff that you can
Play
add
around
them.
with.
Yeah,
That's the best way to do it
Yeah.
because that's how you duplicate your thought process and just
you
scale.
create a system,
Yeah.
and then you hire somebody who covers that demand.
That's cool. Yeah, I think this year was my mantra was systems and operations.
Yeah.
Like those two things were so important for me this year, and I just kept repeating it, and eventually we started building out like systems and operations, and it's like it streamlines everything, and it just makes things so much simpler.
So much.
Yeah, and then you can actually like duplicate that and have someone else do it, where you can step away and focus on
Yeah.
something else. Which I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I can do that. That's
The
cool.
beginning is really tough because
Because
you,
you have to do
have to
everything.
train. You have to train every single one. But then if somebody's trained already, you can have that person train the other person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the one thing I learned is they'll never be like 100, like they'll never be 100% like me.
No.
Because they're their own person, which is
Exactly.
fine. But I learned that if you're like 80%, that's good enough.
Yeah, you
And-
try
and
to
just-
find the best personality trait.
That's the main thing too. Is like I
That's
want to
the
find
main-
cool people. We'll teach the rest.
Yeah.
Like skills you can learn, but you can't teach being a good person.
Yeah, you can.
You know?
Yeah, that's why I hired these two guys because it's more gut feeling too.
100%.
Because sometimes it turns out that the guy is actually a completely mess and he fucked it up your business. But you run.
Have you had that? Have you
No,
experienced that?
no,
Okay,
no.
good.
You run to that with that risk. Yeah, knock on wood. But so far been great. Yeah, I think it's just that gut and meeting expectations and procedures and when you have this you're working under a pressure, like how to proceed and stuff like that. So SOPs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so important.
Yeah.
Cool. What do you want to be remembered for?
Remember?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I think it comes to my mind is just having my daughter remembering that I'm a good father. That's it.
That's cool.
That's what I care. I care. I don't care about the rest of the war. Yeah.
I love that, man. As
Yeah.
a dad, I like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I see so many people doing things, buying cars, buying houses, buying whatever because they
try
want the
to-
social.
I like that. To be honest, I want to have that, but my goal is already met. Having my family and my daughter is to me is so perfect. Like having that environment with my daughter, my wife, having fun together. To me, it's like I'm already so wealthy. Like I don't need anything else, just this, and take care of that. If the supercars comes, if the yacht comes, if the like the big
private
mansion,
jet and the
if
ship.
everything comes, it's just
Extra.
it's an add-on. But I'm just still like so grateful right now where I'm at.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. That's awesome. God bless, man. That's,
Thank
that's a
you.
beautiful thing. I think it's
It
incredible when you're a family man and a businessman,
Yeah.
and together you're unstoppable. I
Yeah.
truly believe that.
And your family have to be on board too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Communication is
Yeah.
key.
Dude,
Yeah, because if
there's
you
some days that you're not gonna be able to be with your wife and daughter, or for a week, yeah, you're super busy. Like, it's not always gonna be like this, but there's gonna be sometimes that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and compromise, right?
Yeah.
It's like we both have to. Okay, I was at the business for a week. Let me spend a couple days with the family, and that's I talk about this with everybody, right? It's like because I'm still learning, because I'm still a new dad, right, and a fairly new business owner, and so like I'm learning work-life balance,
Yeah.
and so I ask everybody, how do you do? And they're like, I heard this one lady, and I took it from her immediately. She's like, when I'm at work, I'm at work.
Right.
But when I'm with my family,
Yeah.
I'm with my family, and what that means is, when I'm at work and I'm at work, that means my family is going to suffer a little bit.
Yeah, exactly,
But when I'm with
exactly.
my family, that means my work is going to suffer a little bit.
yeah.
And all that matters is how you balance it. Is never going to be like this all the time. It's always going to be like this.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be like this.
It's like a wave.
yeah. that's
Everything
it.
is a wave.
And if
It's
you
always
notice
ups
that it's
and
too
downs.
long like this, then you have to sacrifice to try to equal it out. And that's it.
I try to I tell my wife like, you see a hole in my calendar for next week?
Take it.
Take it. And we plan whatever we want to plan that. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the, I think it's called like boulders, rocks, and sand?
Oh yeah. I actually showed to my wife that video 2 weeks ago. For the first time.
The Asian guy.
I don't know who invented, but I saw it in a video who the guy with a plastic ball or something.
Yeah,
He put stuff
you put
there.
the big rocks in first,
Yeah.
and then the pebbles, and then
Yeah.
the sand to fill, and then that's how you you never put the sand in first because the sand is like
Exactly.
work, and
Yeah.
you just fill up everything.
That was actually that video specifically was the one who stuck to my whole life after I saw it, and it was like 4 years ago. I was like, wow, okay, you have to create the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is important to you?
How do you manage your time? Do you time block? Do you how do you do it?
Because this is why I love my job, because everything is by appointments. So you can see ahead of time what appointments you have and you can plan around them. And basically it's like a time block.
But
Yes.
for you, don't you notice? I mean, for me anyway, from what I've seen, is yes, it's appointment based, but it's also quick appointment basis.
Yeah.
I might have nothing tomorrow, and then all of a sudden I have 5 appointments tomorrow.
Yeah, correct.
And it's all overnight, and I'm like, okay, now I have to mentally shift.
Today happened to me. Like I didn't have much appointment coming up for next week, and then all of a sudden, like
Just
5 emails, like boom, 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 boom. I was like, and I have already like a spot from my wife that she took like half a day or something like that to do something together.
Nice.
And it goes around that spots. So what she does, it goes like a week, 2 weeks, or sometimes even 3 weeks. If we have like a vacation, obviously we plan like 5, 6 months ahead, or even a year. We block that time ahead of time on the calendar. So basically, it's kind of time
blocking.
Yeah, but sometimes I need to spend more time on something, and I spend more time on that. So I try to not like kill it when the time block it's over.
You mentioned earlier that you want to spend more time working on your business than in your business. What I've learned as a business owner is when I want to work on my business, there's a million things I can do. And they all work.
Yeah.
They all work, but some work better than others in the current state of my business, right? And so I had to learn, okay, I'm doing this, but it's not moving the needle. If I do this, it moves the needle way more. I need to stop doing all of this and only focus on this one thing. You right now, what is the one thing that you have to focus on right now that you need to, that'll move the needle?
Right now, probably hire somebody really soon for video, like do like horizontal video. So that's what the one thing that will move the needle really by a lot.
What is the difference between horizontal video and vertical video?
So horizontal video is like for me, it differentiates in long format and short format. The horizontal for me is like people who post it on YouTube, like this podcast. It can be posted for like 20 minutes.
But like for a house?
You can. Well, have you seen Enes Gilmaser?
Who?
That's a guy who does long format videos.
It's like Brad McCallan.
No,
you know Brad McCallan?
Is it the guy who does like multi-million dollars tours, house tours?
And they take like 20 minutes, right?
They're like sometimes 50 minutes.
No way.
And I'm a crazy guy. I see the whole 50 minutes just to see
how.
Oh yeah. I'm like studying all the time. But for me, it's like more long format. If you want to do like a walkthrough house tour, like really throw out like every single detail, like a horizontal video is good for you. If you would just want to promote yourself and just show a little bit of the house that you're selling, but more about your brand, it's more for social media. So it's going to be a vertical video.
I've also found like there's a weird video that people like that's like in the middle.
What do you mean?
It's like almost a little bit long form or more long form vertical.
Okay.
So like what I've learned is like there's one where it's just like, hey, this is my house. Drone to the kitchen, living room. Y se acaba, right? It finishes. And then there's the long form. It's like, hey, well, this is the leather that was imported from Italy.
Yeah.
And this was sourced.
Yeah, to me that doesn't work on social media.
No, that's the long form. That's the long form where they talk about every. Yes, horizontal.
Oh, horizontal.
And then there's a weird one in the middle where it's like, hey, let me show you the town. I want to show you the street. I want to show you the schools, and I want to show you the house. But it's like a minute, maybe like a minute 15 vertical.
Yeah.
Have you noticed like the demand for that weird video?
So normally, what I do social media videos, I try to have them under a minute, but most of them are always like a minute and 20 seconds. And obviously, and most of the time the watch time it goes like this, and then obviously in the second 20 seconds it drops a lot. But agents likes to do like a mix between talking about the house and then just going and showing the walkthrough around the house. And it takes like a minute. Sometimes it's big houses, and what we always recommend is not spending so much time filming the house, like every single room, just like the highlights. The
kitchen, the living, the master or the primary, the backyard,
maybe yard, exactly. But some of them they just want to feature more of the house. It was like, okay, we recommend something, but if they want to do something else, that's up to them. But yeah, that's normally like I've been doing like right now this year I've been trying to reduce to more really short term.
Yeah, I found 30 to 45 videos. Seconds is like
45 seconds.
Yeah, sweet spot.
You
could get everything in. Anything you need to know.
Yeah.
You don't need
and keep it really engaging too.
Yes. To keep the whole engagement.
Yeah, but basically like vertical is more for social media and more fast paced.
Have you done any horizontal stuff like that's like a 20, 30, 50 minute?
Not 20 minutes. I think the maximum I've been doing a video for in a horizontal format is like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, and it pretty much covers everything, and it's because you just walk through videos, and it's not like a story behind it. If it's a story behind it, it would take more, even more. But I try to keep away from that story videos.
Until you find the videographer to do it.
Yeah. I want to do them. I really like it. I mean, I've been seeing some architect videos where people talk about a project, the whole house, and the feeling, and the family, and the lighting, and how it was built. I like those.
On YouTube, you've been seeing them?
Yeah, I will send you I think once the project or something like that.
That's interesting.
I have like two people that is my go-to watch on YouTube because I like the story. I like the story-based videos.
Me too. I like the creativity that comes from it.
Yeah, and it's really captivating, and it makes you be there while they're showing the home. But that takes a lot of work. Those type of production takes
It's planning. Yeah.
takes like 2 or 3 days to film. Even this Anas Gilmeister that I'm talking about, he takes like 4 days or 3 days on that house.
How much is he charging?
Oh yeah, a ton of money.
What do you think? Like 5,000-10,000 per house per video per?
I don't think so. I think it's more.
More than 10,000?
I think it's more. So I've been watching him since he started just with Jamie. He's his videographer. Now they have a team, and they travel all around the world with this big.
You gotta send me this link. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. Yeah. So
yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I was just thinking. So what do you think? Because you obviously know this guy more. Like, how much do you think he's charging for a 30-minute video?
I don't know, probably 30-40K.
What? How big are these houses?
The houses are insane. The houses are
What,
the
like
minimum,
10 mil?
more than 10 million.
So like minimum's 10 mil.
I think minimum is 10 million. He been doing like $100 million houses, $200 million houses. He been in Dubai, the most exclusive places.
Who is this guy?
Dude, yeah, I've been following him since I started. Enes, Enez. Jill Macer is YIL.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Actually, I think I have my phone.
Yeah. Dude, that guy is. It's the videographer is really good. I really like it because Enes Jill Macer is the face, and the other guy, the videographer, is the mind behind the video, and they combine like a walkthrough, like a narrated walkthrough video.
I see.
No, it's all together. Jill Macer is YIL.
How do you spell his first name?
Enez.
Enez. Jules. Okay.
Jules Macer? My bad.
No. You're good. I just didn't know. Who is this guy? 3.7 million subscribers on YouTube.
I'm telling you, he's big.
I gotta screenshot this.
He has a lot of views, so that's why all these people.
That's another thing too, because that's an easy sell, right? It's like, well, I have almost 4 million followers on YouTube, so when I post your house, that's all those eyes are gonna go on your house.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna charge you $50,000 for this one video.
Yeah, but the videos are well produced, and I like
$50,000. They should be.
Yeah, they spend minimum they spend like 2 days to the videos because they have these shots where the sun are from daylight to sunset, and then obviously just having that is half a day just to that shot.
Yeah.
So and they spend the time they stay at that home too.
I mean, I feel like you'd have to.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, I've been spending so much hours. Not spending, but I would say investing so much hours watching his videos.
So would you say that that's your goal, is to create stuff like that?
I don't think so. My goal actually is to have like a really consistent business where obviously you can make more money doing that type of videos where you spend 3 days in a place. But I want to do something I can do in 1 day and go. 1 day go.
So kind of like this, but almost like McDonald's. It's like a little bit simpler, a little bit more cookie cutter, and we can just mass produce it.
Yeah, it will not be complete cookie cutter because I try to still creative on the matter of doing videos. But yeah, photos is a cookie cutter. Everybody does the same thing. That's a cookie cutter. Like floor plans, Matterport, silo tours, stuff like that, drone photos. But when it comes to video, that's like the cherry on top of the cake. So that's what it makes more. It differentiates you more than other people.
Is the video
creative? Yeah, and the vision. Like not everybody have a vision to make video.
Yeah,
not everybody have the eye.
That's why it's so hard to hire for video. Like a creative person that can do video. It's easy to teach them. Like, hey, this is ISO. This is whatever. But
you have to find the eye to it and have the angles. Well, you can train that, but it takes a little more time to catch.
Yeah, and then you can train it, but like it's still kind of tough because then they have to like on a new project with new stuff. They have it's hard for them to like,
figure out.
Yeah,
It's always a new project. It's always, every house is
every
different.
house is different. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I just tell, for example, I just for video, I tell them like, you're not gonna be able to do the same movement for this house. You're gonna find different places, but follow these rules, and you're gonna be able to cover whatever.
Yeah, like have a certain shot list for sure, basic
Yeah.
minimums, and then take creative liberties off of that foundation.
And we have like instructions of the transitions stuff that we normally reproduce,
True.
so that he can do the same type of transitions, but look different at the same time.
That's cool. Have you noticed? Because like we this happened to us, so like it's this weird influx of like. We'll start posting a lot of on our social media, and then all those postings will give us a lot of clients because we got all our clients from social media.
Yeah.
And then we have all this influx of all this new work that we start having to tackle down all the client work, and then our social media starts to suffer. And so like we have to like rebuild, and then it's like a weird cycle.
That's the story of my life.
Yeah,
That happens all the time. I post. I get clients, traction, I drag a lot of business, and then I'm busy, and then I stop posting. Like if you see my, so what I'm trying to do to balance it a little bit is I ask my clients when we do photos and video to just collaborate. So you post content, when they post it.
Exactly.
So
we started that too. It helps.
That's a solution, like a short-term solution, but probably going to hire. I need somebody who is full-time dedicated to social media, and same for builders, like even for real estate. Agents, they need somebody who actually is doing only that for them.
Yeah, I know.
At the beginning, it's hard because
mostly for like developers and stuff, because the projects have so many stages.
Oh yeah,
and they need somebody there with them to capture every single stage.
That's insane.
So it's an interesting problem that we're building solutions to, but like still you have to be super creative, not just in video, but also like how do you manage people? How do you manage time? How do you manage the direction?
There's a lot of pieces.
There's a lot of pieces.
My wife actually is really impressed. She was telling me the other day, like wow, that's like one thing is just taking photos and video, but then the business part is like so many things that you have to keep like moving around to make it work.
You need a team.
There's a team.
That's the only way you can really grow. And that's one thing I learned. It's like I always wanted I'll do everything myself. Nobody can do it like me. That's not true. There's people that are so much better than me at certain things, and I was like, you know what? Let's just hire them. Let them do it, and then I can focus on other things.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like I'm paying them well, so they're really incentivized, just not for the job. It's just getting paid pretty well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Not everybody pays them that well.
Of course, yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. I remember when I first started, I started working with people, dude. They were paying me like, I think it was like $50 for a house, and I'd be there like 2 hours maybe.
Wow, yeah,
so like $25 an hour is what I was getting paid, and it was like. Plus, I was having to pay for my gas, even if it was far. Like it didn't make sense.
And you were doing the editing too, right? No.
And the editing, I would get like another $50 for the editing, and then we realized, outsourcing the photo editing is just way cheaper and way better. And then the video editing is what I had to be, because like we've realized, and not only me, but like other companies have realized that like you can outsource video editor talent, but it's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same quality.
You can find it, but it's really hard to find it.
It's really hard to find it, and that eye. It's hard to find the eye more than anything.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to check. Like, I have an eye for editing, and then when something is wrong, that's why I just go so back and forth sometimes. Well, now my editors are like more used to it. They know what to do, but it took me like a year to get them
teach them.
To get them the way that I would like to have those videos edited.
Yeah,
it's tough.
It's so time consuming too.
Yeah, it is.
But it's worth it. You're investing in the company and your people, and I think ultimately,
and that's my other goal too. Like I have like a dedicated video editor just to work for us, like 24 hours.
Yeah,
not 24 hours, but just for us. And if you train them, they will adapt even more faster because
it's live, it's real. That's what I like too, and that's what I was thinking about, like virtual or overseas versus in-house. And I'm starting to gravitate more towards in-house.
You can do in-house virtual.
Huh?
You can do in-house overseas.
How?
Meaning, like, obviously, he's not going to
put him on a salary or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the main thing is communication.
Yeah.
I can call someone and make sure they're here and they're talking and we're on it, versus someone that's overseas and I'm like, hey, can you schedule a Zoom or schedule or whatever? And they're like, and they can make any excuse, and I don't know if it's true or not.
Oh, yeah, no, you have to You can't control that. Even the person here, if you get sick, you never know if he's gonna get sick. Or
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I can control it more here than overseas. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I haven't just.
no, you probably be right. Yeah,
But like,
I just want somebody like overseas who dedicated. I have some. So I'm part of like a social group where there's a lot of real estate media guys, and they outsource. They outsource but hire somebody
what do
dedicated.
you mean a
to
social group on Facebook or something?
Yeah, it's like Instagram and try to be connected with other real estate media business guys across the country. So we always talking, and we are like
I want to join.
yeah.
I do real estate media.
I invite you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know. I want to.
Yeah.
I'll give you
That's
some insights.
and they obviously like give you coaching, and they charge for the coaching. I try to not be part of the coaching. But probably I will in the future. Maybe I need to scale up.
Coaching is expensive.
Yeah, it is.
I was talking to this one.
But it's worth it.
I was talking. Bro, okay, tell me if this is worth it. I was talking to this one girl. She says she spends 50 to 60,000 a year in coaching.
It's about right how much you can spend on coaching. Depending on what coach and what this coach does.
It's like a business
in
coach
the real
for her.
world. Yeah, but he does what she does.
She was.
And he does.
She's a
like,
lawyer, and then the coach was also a lawyer.
Okay.
And so she's teaching her how to build her law firm.
Okay, because I will pay a coach from somebody who is still active in the business, but not involved, but still in the business.
Yeah.
And he makes like 10 million a year. Okay, I'd make 200. I want to make at least half of that.
Yeah.
So he can cost you, and you gonna be like, that whatever
worth
he
it.
said, you're gonna pay the money like close eye, and it'll
It'll
be
work.
worth it. Yeah. So that's why I say like if it's worth it. So these people, like I seen some people that make like 3, 4. Even like some of them this is Bass Media, that's their name. They make like $1 million every month
That's insane.
just in doing media. But they're like a big team now. But that's where I actually want to go. Like I want to.
They do coaching.
They they part of like something like it calls Acre Partners or something like that, and they do coaching. Some of the other guys that I'm working not working but talking consistently, he's part of it, and they teach you a lot of things. Yeah, he likes it. Yeah, and there's so many like coaching groups.
So many. And
So
it's like, how do you decide? Like she was telling me, she was like, well, I had to interview a lot of them and see which one is the best fit, and then I picked 3, and then under the 3, I like this one the most.
3 is always the best, the magic number. From 3, you can make an educated
good decision.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't paid any coaching. I'm trying to go from what they said for free to everybody and try to figure out. Yeah, I can. And obviously, I talk with different business owners too, and try to see how they do it, and just absorb as much as I can.
Yeah, there's so much knowledge already that's free based that like if you implement, I think you can easily make like,
and even AI with ChatGPT.
Oh my god, game changer.
I asked ChatGPT, like he's my coach too. Like like what do you think about the market right now? What's the best thing for real estate media? Like everything. Like he's like a coaching for me too.
No, it's
I
huge.
asked everything.
It's huge.
And I asked his opinion based on the like recently new news what is out there, and he gave me like a walkthrough about everything. Like it's insane.
Cool. That's cool. I like how you refer to ChatGPT as a he. What if it's a girl?
Well, I use a male voice when I talk to him. But
you
can change it.
Got you. Yeah, I use the male voice too.
But you can change it, yeah. I put he because ChatGPT doesn't matter. It could be she.
It's not a guy or a girl. Yeah.
Them, they.
Yeah. That's funny. Cool, man. Do you have anything upcoming in the future that you want people to know about?
Upcoming in the future.
Yeah, like any events, any specials. Where can they contact you? Stuff like that. Any deals?
I don't have anything coming up like that. I have obviously a lot of photo shoots coming up.
Where can people find you?
Social media is the best place. What's your name? Studio, like at Incu Studio. That's it.
Incu Studios.
It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward.
We'll add your logo, or not the logo, but the tagline.
That's perfect. Yeah, but yeah, you can find me there. I'm recently like decently active there on my channel.
I would say so.
I have my personal. I
always see you popping up.
Yeah,
I never see your personal. I don't know if I saw.
I have my personal. Everybody is open to. Is Edwing __ H.
What's your last name?
Hernandez.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, him too.
Nice. We're brothers. We never knew we were brothers.
Yeah.
I like your last name.
Yeah, man, me too. That's cool. So yeah, and basically my social media, and that's it because I'm not all I don't use even TikTok. TikTok is big too.
I know I haven't used TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm gonna hire someone to just do TikTok.
Yeah, I need somebody to do social media. But yeah, and from projects, I think what is coming next, probably going to be next year, going to be featuring a Real Producers magazine so far.
Dude, you've been featured in a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like news and magazines. I was like, yo, this guy's doing numbers, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens. Like, I don't know all the things happen.
I don't know who you believe in, but like, that's grace of God.
Yeah,
I
think so. You know, this is crazy. I told to my wife, I use this thing. I said, I want something, but I don't overthink about having it. I have like storage compartments. I say that mentally. When I want, like, for example, I wish I will to be featured on TV, and just put that and put it aside, like put it on the bed, in my imaginary bed, and I just don't stress about it. If it happens, cool. If it doesn't, anyway, I will not stress about it. And it happens. It was like, oh,
that's cool,
I would like
man.
to be featured in a magazine. And then the people from the magazine call me, hey, you want to pay an ad and be featured in the magazine? I was like, yeah, that was what I want like a months ago.
Yeah,
And
I saw.
So so coming back from what we talked, like from the beginning, that part of how it flows. When I was doing graphic design, it didn't flow. What I'm doing right now with the real estate media business, everything flows perfectly. Like it looks like it's meant to be like that and not the other way. So that's why that's the part of the flow. Like it connects, everything goes smoothly with everybody. My clients are the best. I treat them well. They treat me fantastic. I love working with.
Important.
I love working with all my clients. They're the best. They treat me with respect. I treat them with respect. Some of them will build a friendship, and same with my employees. So I have this part on my website. You see my website and about us. I'm customer focused based, but actually employee focused based too. So I'm trying to have them have a good culture on my company. That's the most important to me too.
Yeah.
So I try to build a good culture around the company where they not be stressed about working with us. It's just something more enjoyable.
Dude, that's awesome. I wish you nothing but success and
Thank you, man,
prosperity.
Yeah, same for you, man. You're
Thank you,
doing basically the same as I do. So that's the thing.
Kind of. I think I think the difference would be more like I think you're more photo, video, drone, Matterport.
Yeah.
And like that's the main focus.
Yeah.
I think we are more photo, video, drone, Matterport is one of the legs of the table. And then
so what are you planning to do actually in long term for you and the media business?
long term for us is, so I consider us a creative video company focused in the real estate industry.
Okay.
And so I would say that we're more focused on kind of like what you were saying with the graphic design and building it out, but instead of through graphic design, through video, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So
you're more focused on video. What you saying?
100%. 100%. Video is our main
thing.
squeeze.
Okay.
Yeah. Video is our main thing. We can do photos. We've done it just because of association in the real.
I love your videos, by the way. Well, the real estate videos I see so far.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
man.
I always love that. One that you did with Hugo, the Claudia. Claudia not the other day, but a long time ago, she told me like, "Sorry, you're gonna be you're the one, you're the best." He was like, "Claudia, you don't have to text me and feel bad about using other people. That's okay.
I say the same thing.
It's a free market, and I love that you try somebody else. If you like it, like good for you. I don't build like a how's it called, like
resentment. Or like
yeah. I don't have any resentment. So I try to be like ego free as much as I
Me
can.
too.
And there's some other companies, like I try to tell them, like other business owners from New Jersey, like try to hang out with them, and they just cost me. Like I try to like text everybody. I'm so friendly with everybody.
Dude, I'm so happy. Like realistically, I'm so happy we got to connect because
That's why
like,
I was so happy to come here.
I was like,
this is cool.
I was like, because I know some other people in the industry, and how do I say this? I know there's I'm not even into other people in the industry. In real life, in the outside world, there's ego.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
And I see it. And I try to stay away from it as much as possible, whether it's a company or whether it's a client.
Yeah.
Even if it's a client and I see there's too much ego, I try to, hey, you know what, maybe we're not the best fit for each other, blah, blah, blah. And so like I just want to associate myself with people that don't have an ego, because then I feel like we can get to work. Now, we got the egos out the way. We can actually build and
the
plan.
Egos is one thing for you, but it might not serve your business. So you have to put that aside.
Exactly. And I'm a student. I truly believe I'm a student of learning. So like there's always something I can learn from you. There's something I could learn from, a janitor just through having conversations and losing the ego and never feeling.
Yeah, you're the same thing as me. Like if you leave me alone in the middle of nowhere and there's people there, you're probably gonna find me an hour later talking with them, and they probably gonna be inviting me to their home or something like that.
Exactly.
It's like, let's go do a party or something like that.
Yeah, eat dinner, whatever. So
That's what I like the most, like connecting with people.
Me too. Because then, and it's so funny because when I first started, I was like, and it was like I had a baby on the way. I was like, I need money. Like I need to figure out a way to support my family, and it was very stressful.
Yeah.
And then
you're chasing the wrong thing. Yeah.
Something happened. I don't know. It was like after I had my first kid, and I found out we were pregnant with the second one. Something kind of changed, and I was like, you know what? The money's gonna come. Regardless, the money's gonna come, but what I want to do is build relationships and friendships with people that are real. It's not phony. It's not fake. It's like real relationships with people, and then the money's just gonna come. Like I'm not even worried about it.
If you focus on being a good man and a good person, and do the best that you could do for your your business, I think that's gonna be good enough.
Yeah,
you're not gonna be the best, but if you, that's the other thing.
I'm gonna still strive to be the best, but like that's my vision is perfect, and I'll never reach perfection.
Be the best, and compete with yourself more than nobody else. Like you on your own, and the competition is you. That's it. So that actually helps a lot to get rid of the ego.
Yeah. The only competition is the person I see in the mirror. That's the only and it's the one I saw in the mirror yesterday. Like, what am I doing today that I wasn't doing yesterday?
Yeah,
that's
same. I apply that for being a dad, be it a friend, be it a good husband, be a good what's it called, a son too, because I have my dad.
Yeah,
my parents. So
your parents here or they're in?
My dad he lives in the Bronx, and my mom is in Venezuela.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. So do you go still travel and stuff?
No, my mom visits sometimes. I think she visits. Yeah, here. She came like 2 years ago or something like that.
Oh, that's cool. So you still have that connection. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. But try to be my best in everything, not only my business. That's the main thing.
Be the best at everything, and that's the same goal that I have.
Yeah. And the other thing is like so this is a game. You're having fun. So this is the other thing. You're having fun doing this. If you're coming here and not being grumpy, that's the way to do it. Yeah. So I go every day so grateful to doing what I do, and I'm not just like, I have to go to this photo shoot again. Oh, I have to do this house again. I have to go. Like that never happens to me.
If I ever have that feeling, I know it's time for me to quit, because then I'm not giving my all. Yeah. And I hope that day never comes. I don't see it coming.
So normally, when I used to be an employee, that mentality happens every
all
2
the
years
time.
or 3 years.
Yes, bro.
It was like a pattern.
And I found out I would quit. So like when I was working for because I was in the service industry, I was working restaurants, right? Yeah. So like server, busboy.
I used to do bartender too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would do that, and then it was the same thing. Every 2 years, I would reach a certain peak where I just stopped caring about the work. And it's not that I stopped caring about the people. I still love my coworkers. Exactly. I still love the people that came in, the regulars, the new people. But it was like something about the
you feel like not growing or something.
The glass ceiling. There was a ceiling that I kept bumping my head on. And then I always noticed, as soon as I felt that feeling in my stomach, I would quit like 2 weeks later. Wow. Every single time.
Yeah. No, I just tried to move on and find another job. But the thing is, like, for me, it flows in this way right now, and then I don't have that feeling. It's been 3 years already.
It doesn't even feel like it.
Not like nothing close. Like, I enjoy it a lot. So that's why. That's the other thing that they want to say, that you're playing a game not to win, but just to play for your enjoyment.
I'm playing the infinite game.
Infinite game. Yeah. Simon
Sinek.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Man, that's the best guy ever.
Yeah. We have his book somewhere. Was it Start With Why or something?
I haven't buy it, but I just so far from the TEDx.
Oh my God, I love his TEDx was incredible. That was the one when I saw it, when he was like he interviewed the CEO of Apple and the CEO of Android. And
I didn't saw that one.
No, he was in the TED Talk. It was in his TED Talk. Well, he did like three TED Talks.
I saw his TED Talk when he talked for like 29 minutes by himself.
Okay, I think there was an hour one.
Yeah, okay,
maybe
talking about like the infinite game, and I love that one.
The infinite game was good. I think Yeah, I think it was in the infinite game.
That one.
Yeah.
Probably just was a cutout from the whole thing.
I don't know, but that's what he said. He was like, he went and he interviewed the CEO of Android, and
Okay.
he was having dinner with him, and they were talking about their business, and the CEO of Android was like, yeah, look, this is a brand new phone, and it's so much better than iPhone, and look at all the stuff you can do. And it does
I saw that.
and then he goes to the interview with
Yeah.
Apple. And he's like, "Oh, look at the Android has this new phone. It's so nice. It's better than yours."
Yeah,
and
it's
the
good.
Apple guy's
That's
like,
good.
"That's
Good for
good.
them.
Yeah, good for them."
Yeah.
He's like, "That's okay. Like we're focused on ourselves. Like we don't
Yeah.
have competition."
I love
And I
that.
was like, "Yo, that spoke to me because they're really playing the infinite game because they're not doing it for
Infinite game.
anybody else. They're doing it for themselves."
Yeah,
and that's how you know you're gonna provide your best.
And they strive because their mind, the main thing if they're on their culture is like innovate. And
Exactly. So they're always
the limits.
Yeah. And if they're the ones that are setting the new records, they're the ones that are breaking their own
Yeah.
records. So like you
Yeah.
can't even compete with that. But yeah, no, dude, thank you so much
No,
for
man,
coming out.
my pleasure. No,
I really
enjoy it.
appreciate it. I didn't know what to expect, honestly.
Me neither. That's why I came here. Like, same when I went to when I did that like television interview, not expecting anything. That's the best way to approach it because
Everything, yeah.
it comes out more naturally too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, thank you so much for coming out.
Man, pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.